Hello and welcome back to Go Cardinal Sports. We're getting ready for the opening draw between the Lady Cardinals of Plattsburgh State and the visiting Spartans from Castleton. Starting lineups have been announced. National anthem has been sung. And we're underway with the opening draw. And it looks like Castleton will control for the opening possession of today's game. The Cardinals coming into today after a tough loss. A tough loss against Fredonia in Fredonia by a score of 13-12. The Cardinals rallied late in the second half to bring the game within one goal, but the Blue Devils secured the possession after the Cardinals won the draw toward the end of the game with 40 seconds left, but the Blue Devils forced a turnover and held the possession until the remainder of the game. And here the Cardinals force a turnover, so they'll take it down the other way at the end of the field. Connecting on their passing, that's Coilly with the ball, running into the offensive zone for the Cardinals. And she gets tripped up from behind, so that'll warrant a whistle. No card. They'll just resume action. Almost had a chance there, but it's poked away. Might have been by the defensive line or the goalkeeper. And that pass goes awry, so Castleton will take possession back. Castleton is 5-9 overall. They're 1-4 in their respective conference, with Plymouth State on the top of their conference. Castleton second from the bottom, just above UMass Dartmouth. Castleton 1-4 in their conference. Plattsburgh 0-8 in the SUNYACs. They were just that close. They were 40 seconds away and a possession away from getting potentially their first SUNYAC victory of their program's history. Their final chance this season to pick up a win in that column will be this Saturday, and we have a whistle here. Couldn't exactly make out the call that the referee was explaining, but Castleton will continue with possession as they have it behind the crease. Charging the net, she shoots, and it's saved by the goalkeeper, Cassidy. It trickles off her leg, and she picks it up, and she sends it downfield. Picaro didn't know she had it for a moment, scooped it back up. She passes it ahead to Wiley, who has a lot of green in front of her. And not a lot of green jerseys, I mean the field. And she passes to her left and she scores. Finishing the play on the other end, the Cardinals will take the first lead of the game. It's 1-0. That was Reese Wiley who received the pass from Picaro right around midfield, who then took it upon herself to charge downfield, tossing it to her left, and I think that was finished off by Emily Coilly on the left side. That's actually Caitlin McLaughlin who finished it off. But Reese Wiley picks up an assist to put the Cardinals on the board, 1-0. So a good start for the Cardinals against the non-conference opponent from Castleton as they win the draw here. Castleton in green, Plattsburgh in white. That's Emma Best behind the net. No, that's 16 rather, my bad. That's Megan Wood who passes to her right. Castleton Back to Wood behind the crease. Crum to her left, tossing to McKenna. Good defense by the Cardinals. That's number 23, Megan Slavensky, jarring the ball loose, and Cassidy with another pickup just outside the crease, almost overthrew, and she did overthrow Slavensky, so Castleton will take over after another save by Cassidy. Alexa Cassidy, a freshman from Warwick, gets the start. Another start for Cassidy. 2 quick saves in the early going. We have a whistle here, so that'll be the first 8-meter attempt of the game. The Spartans looking to capitalize. She shoots, and she bounces it into the back of the net. That's number 7, Morgan DeRoja, as she ties things up here at 1 apiece.
Casting goal, a free position goal scored by number 7, Morgan DeRoja.
So the free position goal is scored. Just under 26 minutes remaining here in the first half. So we're back at midfield, awaiting the draw. And it's picked up by the Cardinals as Carrie Corcoran running with it, obtaining the loose ball after the draw. Here's Percaro at the top of the key, just outside the zone. To her right, that's Tanner, Sammy Tanner, behind the crease. Looks like Coelho's trying to get around 2 opponents. She needs help. The ball is taken away by the defender on the other end. As she runs all the way to the sideline, a tough pass somehow comes down with it and passes ahead. But a lot more white jerseys than green, so it appears, as the Cardinals got back on defense quicker than the Castleton Spartans could set up their offense, and that's an unforced turnover. Might have been a forced turnover due to how well the Cardinals were playing that possession, as the pass was over the head and out of bounds, so Cardinals will take over. Here's Corcoran running full speed past midfield. Shovel pass to Percaro. Takes the screen. She goes right. She shoots. There's a whistle. So the Cardinals will have their first 8-meter attempt. Here's Percaro. She shoots and she scores. Just past the goalkeeper, Samantha Hebb, the senior from Ashland, Massachusetts. Frankie Percaro, the sophomore from Bellport, New York, puts the Cardinals back on top. It's 2-1. So the Cardinals coming off a tough road trip against 2 SUNYAC opponents. So that's Percaro's 22nd goal of the season. The Cardinals are coming off a tough loss against Fredonia and Oneonta on the road, as the Cardinals will be here today and this upcoming Saturday to round out the inaugural season of the Plattsburgh State Women's Lacrosse. So the whistle is in favor of Castleton. They'll take it the other way now. 2-1 Cardinals. Just under 24 minutes remaining in this first half. Remember, in women's lacrosse, we do 2 30-minute halves as opposed to 4 15-minute quarters. That's men's lacrosse. In front of the goal, she shoots, she scores. Nice possession by Castleton. Finished off by number 8, Megan Crum. So we're tied up at 2 with 23.5 minutes left.
Castleton goal scored by number 8, Megan Crum. Number 6, Aaron Shuttle with the assist. Time of the Castleton goal, 23 minutes, 25 seconds of the first half.
So we're tied up at 2. Castleton on a 5-game losing streak that dates back to April 6th, which started it. April 3rd at Colby Sawyer was their last victory, 16-10. And since then, they've lost 5 in a row. So we're at the draw. Percaro comes down with it. She scoops up her ground ball, giving the Cardinals possession. Looking for an opening. She gets cut off. She has to pull it back out. Over to her left. Looks like Vangus, number 41. To her left. And now working it behind the crease. Tanner on the right side. Back to the left. Kowili trying to make a move. Has a shot. It's deflected by the defense. But she scoops up her ground ball. And she was forced to throw up a bad pass, but we have a whistle here. She might have gotten bumped in the process. And we're back underway. Cardinals with a fresh shot clock, looking to take advantage. And it's knocked out of the stick of a Cardinal, so Castleton will receive possession. The Cardinals outscored Fredonia in the second half of their last game, and included a 3-goal surge to draw within 1 with 40 seconds left in regulation. They were down 13-9 after a woman up free position goal by Fredonia's Samantha Spice with 4:30 left. And we have another goal here for Castleton as they take their first lead of the game.
Castleton goal scored by number 6, Aaron Shuttle.
Aaron Shuttle picks up that goal unassisted. So they take their first lead of the game. It's 3-2. But it was Frankie Percaro who started the rally for the Cardinals against Fredonia with 2:05 left. She scored a goal, assisted by Claire Wiley, and less than a minute later, Emily Kowili scored unassisted. And then just 39 seconds later, Ali Vangus picked up a goal to make it a 1-goal game, 13-12. And the following draw was won by Percaro and then taken away by the Blue Devils, who ran out the remaining 40 seconds of the game to pick up the victory. It was a tough loss for the Cardinals against a team they really thought they could have beaten. Fredonia is 1 slot ahead of the Cardinals in the SUNYAC standings. They picked up their first SUNYAC victory of the year with their win against the Cardinals. They're 1-7 in the conference, 4-11 overall. The Blue Devils are. The Cardinals 1-14 overall, 0-8 in the conference. That would have been a nice way to pick up their first conference victory, but that might have to wait until this Saturday against another team they probably feel like they could beat. Buffalo State is 2-5 in the conference, 6-8 overall. So Buffalo State has had more success against non-conference opponents than opponents within the SUNYAC conference, which might give the Cardinals an advantage, especially being at home. Buffalo State being a far bus ride away from Plattsburgh. And same with Fredonia, right in the same area. It was impressive to see the Cardinals, after a tough loss against the Red Dragons in Oneonta, to head on the bus. Well, rather, actually, it was 3 days apart from one another, so that might be even more troubling for a team to be on the road and have a couple days in between their next road game. But the Cardinals looking good so far. It's a 3-2 game. The Spartans up by 1. We have a whistle here on the sideline. Spartans possession still with 20 minutes remaining. We're a third of the way through this first half. That's a nice pass, leading her teammate to finish off on the goal scored by number 4, Erin McKenna, as she made the cut toward the net. Was fed nicely by her teammate. Megan Wood with the assist, putting the extending the lead, doubling the lead now. It's 4-2. Spartans in front. It's a beautiful day here in Plattsburgh, one of the nicest days so far of the calendar year. I actually don't see a speck of snow. There usually was some snow here just outside the field, but that snow has melted. It is officially spring here in Plattsburgh. I say that, and we'll get a nor'easter next week. But here's Castleton after winning the draw. Well, it's just about 70 degrees. Beautiful evening here in the North Country. We have a whistle. The Spartans, much like the Cardinals' next opponent, have had more success against non-conference opponents than in-conference opponents, as that goal is scored by Erin McKenna on the freestanding shot. Free position goal, rather. So Erin McKenna, a defender, senior from York, Maine, already has 2 goals so far today, as the Cardinals will call a timeout with 19 minutes left in the first half. Cardinals down by 3. We'll be right back. So we're back here on Go Cardinal Sports. Thank you for joining us today on your Monday evening. Hope you had a nice Passover, Easter, whatever you may celebrate. And that's going to draw a whistle and a booking. That's going to draw a card against number 4, Carrie Corcoran, for the Cardinals. So the Spartans will be a woman up here for the first time, and that really stings, especially after coming out of a timeout. You'd expect the Cardinals to be composed, not too aggressive in that front, but sometimes being too aggressive can hurt you, as it does here. So here are the Spartans looking to capitalize. Nice defense to take away the ball. That's Kara Barber, the Plattsburgh native, ripping the ball away and scooping up the ground ball as she passes ahead to Kowili, who gets pushed from behind, and that's going to draw a whistle, indeed. So Kowili had a lot of room in front of her, but maybe it was a smart move for the Spartan to give her a little shove from behind to stop the play. Whether or not that was intentional or not, that's a smart play, as Kowili could have had an open goal there. There is Kowili, tosses it to her left. Vangus trying to work through. Gets it knocked away. She's trying to scoop up her ground ball. She does. Fresh 90 on the possession clock for the Cardinals. Behind the crease, Kowili falls down. And that possession is going to be given to the Spartans after the miscue behind the crease. So Cardinals started out strong. Now find themselves trailing by 3. Trying to stop the bleeding here after being down a woman. Now trying to get back to even strength and even this game up. Pushing ahead. That's Emma Best, rather Megan Wood. I keep seeing number 10 on the front of her jersey, but once she turns around, it is clearly a 1 and a 6. So that's Megan Wood picking up or drawing the whistle, as the Cardinals will sub in Mia Talerico for the first time. And Wood finds the back of the net on the short side, past Alexa Cassidy, to make this now a 6-2 game.
Castleton goal scored by number 16, Megan Wood. That goal unassisted. Time of the Castleton goal, 16 minutes, 46 seconds.
So Castleton this year have defeated Mount St. Mary on the road, and they've defeated Maine Farmington and Norwich at their home facilities, and have beaten Colby Sawyer on the road, as well as UMass Dartmouth on the road. That accounts their 5 wins. Their only conference victory, as this draw is picked up by the Spartans, as they're going to take it back downfield. That's number 7, Morgan DeRoja. She sends it to her right, over to Wood. Nice defense. Percaro cutting off the cutting Aaron Shuttle. But the Spartans pick up the loose ball with 63 on the shot clock. Spinning around. Nice defense from behind, and that's going to draw the whistle. Claire Wiley, too aggressive. So that'll grant number 7, Morgan DeRoja, a free position shot, 8-meter attempt. And that's past Cassidy for the 7th goal of the game for the Spartans.
Castleton goal scored by number 7, Morgan DeRocha. That goal, a free possession goal. Time of the Castleton goal, 16 minutes, 9 seconds.
So that's another free position goal scored and converted by the Spartans. The Spartans' only Little East Conference victory that they've been able to come by so far this year has come against UMass Dartmouth, who's dead last in the LEC standings, just below Castleton. UMass Dartmouth is 0-5 in conference, 4-10 overall. Castleton 1-4 in their conference, 5-9 overall. So 16 minutes remaining here in the first half. Castleton up to a 7-2 lead. The ensuing draw is picked up by Percaro, who was taking the draws earlier. Instead, that was Corcoran picking up the draw, scooped up by Percaro and finished off at the other end. And just like that, the Cardinals are back on the board. That was a nice showing by Percaro. She was on a mission, scooping up the ground ball after the draw, won by Corcoran. And all she saw was goal. And she converted. It's 7-3 now. Spartans up by 4. That's her 2nd goal of the game. The draw is up in the air, chased down by Percaro, who might have gotten bumped. And she did, so the Cardinals will continue with possession. That's Corcoran over there, running the sideline, outrunning her opponent, who catches up, so she has to go to the left now. And she's going to look to dish it up to Vangus up top. Tried to get around 2 Spartans, instead backs off. She'll reset. Over to her left, Percaro. Down low, Coilly. Looks like Tanner on the right side. Almost got it to Wiley, who was cutting toward the goal, but instead it trickles out to Vangus, who picks up the ground ball. So Vangus gave it to Tanner. Tanner's on the far right side, tried to go for the same play, and it was deflected by the goalkeeper, Samantha Hebb, so she'll get a save on that shot attempt put up by the Cardinals, as it looks like they're running their plays well, just can't finish off. Percaro drops the ball for a moment, scoops it back up. She weaves through 2 defenders, but before putting up a shot, there is a whistle. And that might be in favor of the Cardinals. And it is. So that'll be another free standing or a free position opportunity for the Cardinals with 14:23 left in the first half. Here's Percaro. She pulls it back out. The ball's on the ground. We have a whistle. So the Cardinals will continue possession just outside the 8-meter half circle, or half diamond. Rather, it is a diamond. It looks like a baseball diamond. Nice move to try and capitalize on the pass, but the Cardinals continue with possession. We have a nice gust of wind blow through. As nice as it may be in Plattsburgh, it'll never be a nice, perfect, calm San Diego breeze kind of day. So the Cardinals with 60 on the shot clock or the possession clock. Another whistle on the far side of the field. 13:35 left in the first half. Cardinals trailing by 4. So the referee will direct traffic, and he'll point to where Frankie Percaro will stand and take this 8-meter attempt straight away from the goalkeeper. She shoots, and it's deflected. It might have been saved by the goalkeeper, but that'll give the Cardinals a fresh 90 on the possession clock. So they'll try again. Scrum for the ball. It's on the ground still. Looks like it's going to be scooped up by the Spartans. Running down the field is Aaron McKenna, who dishes it off and gets it right back for the Spartans. Just under 13 minutes left now in the first half. Cardinals have put up more shots, and that's going to be a turnover taken away by Reese Wiley. A well-timed interception to take it downfield, setting up the offense for the Cardinals, bringing it into the offensive zone. She might do this all herself. Instead, she passes to Percar, or might have been Vangus, as that's a loose ball. Chased down by the Cardinals. Nice ground ball scoop by Claire Wiley around midfield. So with a fresh 90, they'll do it again. The Cardinals have 13 shots on the board, have found the back of the net 3 times. Castleton with 9 shots, they've found the back of the net 7 times, so a better conversion rate for Castleton, but maybe a little bit more of a stressful day for the goalkeeper on the other end, having more shots put up against her. Getting knocked down just in front of the crease, no whistle until a little bit after the fact. And it looks like Castleton will have possession. So bringing it forward for the Spartans. This could be trouble, but nice close off by the Cardinal defense, but might have gotten a little too aggressive. As that looks like it was number 6, Erin Shuttle, who looked like she was going to have a free shot toward the goal, but instead knocked away by the Cardinals, and that forced a whistle here and the inevitable 8-meter attempt from straight on. And it's saved by the goalkeeper, Alexa Cassidy. She knocks it away, might have gotten her body on it, pushes it forward, and that's Claire Wiley running past midfield, has just 2 defenders and the goalie in front. She puts up a shot, and it's saved by the goalkeeper on the other end. Samantha Hebb, the senior from Ashland, Massachusetts, picks up her 8th save of the game already off of the Cardinals' 14th shot put up. And that's going to be a goal. So on the other end, Castleton was running the fast break. Nice transition, defense to offense. Morgan DeRocha picks up a goal, unassisted. So Castleton gets back that goal that they surrendered earlier in the period, or in the first half rather. So it's 8-3 now with 10:25 left. It's a duel between a pair of rookie head coaches, Julia Decker in her first season for the Cardinals, obviously in the inaugural season for the Cardinals. But on the other end, Allison Bowerbolt from Plymouth State, graduated in 2013. She's in her first season as well. Percaro drawing contact, picks up the whistle. 10:15 left in the first half. 83 on the possession clock. So the Cardinals will resume possession after the whistle. And that's looks like Corcoran gets knocked sideways, drawing another whistle. In their previous game, the Spartans lost to Keene State, one of the teams in their conference. And after the whistle here, the ball was knocked loose on the attempt, but the Cardinals pick up the loose ball, put up a shot, and might have been a shot. If not, it was just a turnover, and this could be trouble. Oh, too bad, as the goalkeeper mishandled the pass from her defender behind the crease. And two Cardinals didn't have their eyes on it. If they were to be there, scoop it up, they could have had themselves the easiest goal they've had all season. But instead, they force a turnover on defense. So no harm, no foul, but let's see if they can set themselves up for another goal. It's 8-3, Castleton in front. Percaro charging the lane, and she shoots, she scores. Finding the top right. As I'm pretty sure that was Percaro finishing it off for her third goal of the game. So Percaro's in go mode for the Cardinals. And she has an early hat trick. Her 24th of the season. Unassisted goal scored by Frankie Percaro. 24th of the year. Her third so far today. Here we are at the draw, and it's brought down by Wiley. She won the draw and comes down with the loose ball. Looking to set up her teammate. She passes it out of bounds. But backing up, looks like Kowili. Sending it out to Vangus. Vangus got the start today. The freshman from Cornwall and Hudson. Nice pass down low. Kowili finishes it off and finds the back of the net. Nice sequencing by the Cardinals as they've been connecting their passes very well so far in this first half. They've been cutting toward the net, leaving their defenders off balance, trailing. It's now an 8-5 game. That's Emily Kowili's 21st goal of the season. Leah Herman picks up the assist. So Herman finished off by Kowili. Herman to Kowili. 8:33 left. It's 8-5. Castleton in front. And that's going to be scooped up by the Cardinals. Looks like number 12, Leah Herman, securing the draw for the Cardinals. Looking for back-to-back-to-back possessions, ending in a goal. They have two straight as that pass is tipped and intercepted by the defender down low. As she takes it herself, past midfield, has the ball knocked loose, sends it backwards though after picking it up. Running forward through everyone until it gets knocked away. That's number 7, Morgan DeRosia, and we have a whistle in favor of Castleton. So it was good defense to cut off DeRosia, who, after receiving the pass, looked like had nothing on her mind besides score. As the errant pass is nearly turned over. Maybe a little bit too aggressive. Claire Wiley trying to scoop up the ground ball, got too much of her opponent for the referee's liking. So instead, Castleton resets, but they have 30 on the possession clock. That's number 1, Aubra Lynn with the ball. She sends it down low behind the crease. DeRosia, nice spin move, has it jarred loose by Megan Slavensky in front of the net. Might have saved the goal for the Cardinals. Instead, Claire Wiley picks up the ground ball and gets bumped. Nice defensive possession. That's going to draw a card. So we have the first booking of the game for Castleton, as the Cardinals picked up one earlier. So the Cardinals will go a woman up here with 6:51 left in the first half. Claire Wiley has been good. And Megan Slavensky, you can't deny that, yes, despite her opponent spinning around her, she recovered nicely to jar the ball loose. Claire Wiley was there to scoop it up and to absorb the contact drawn. So here's Corcoran after the turnover and the booking. Cardinals looking to capitalize. Two unanswered goals, looking to make it 3 here. Wiley goes behind the crease, sends it forward, and there's a whistle just in front of the crease. So it looks like number 14, Sammy Tanner, jogging off for the Cardinals. So it looks like and that's going to be a turnover. Wiley was there again. Or no, that's Kawili. Couldn't get the shot off. So we're at even strength right now after two bookings, one from either team. One on the offensive end for the Cardinals, one of them being in transition. It looks like we have a whistle here. And that's Slavensky with the ball. Running forward, sends it to Percaro. And there's a whistle. So 5.5 minutes remaining here. Cardinals with possession. That's Vangus. And we have another whistle. Come on, Blue. We are back underway. Vangus, very rule-oriented this game so far. But the Cardinals doing the best they can to keep control despite being down by 3. They've progressed on the offensive zone since the opening draw. We have another whistle. So that'll be a free position opportunity for Vangus. She's charging, and she gets bumped in front of the crease before putting up a shot. So that might give her another 8-meter attempt. And it will, from the same position. As she's at about the 7 o'clock point. As she gets the ball knocked loose. Looks like Wood on the other end. We have another whistle. Whistle happy today. But what can you do? 4:44 left in the first half. Mishandled by Wood on the other end, but she advances it forward as the Spartans are looking. Oh, what a spin move right there to free up, but the Cardinals smothering on the other side of the field, not letting the Spartans advance it, and that's going to be a whistle in favor of the Cardinals. So Kawili picking up the ground ball. It looks like Sammy Tanner checking back in for the Cardinals. And that's in front of the net, saved by Heb. As she comes down with it, might have been 2 saves just in front of the net, as she has 10 so far today. Cardinals have 19 shots. They've scored on 5 of them. Castleton with 11 shots. They've scored on 8 of them. So 8-5, just under 4 minutes left in the first half. Goalkeeper passing it forward. Might have been a dangerous pass as Vangus was right there to kind of disrupt, as she was there to disrupt the pass forward. Scooping up the ground ball is Wiley. Advancing it to Vangus as she's going to run forward with it into the offensive zone for the Cardinals. .3:15 left in the first half. Cardinals trail by 3. By the way that the Cardinals played against the Blue Devils, you really can't count them out in a game like this, where they're keeping up with their opponent. Not too far behind, as Castleton was up at once 8-3, but now it's 8-5 after 2 unanswered goals scored by the Cardinals. They've been shutting it down on defense in these last couple minutes, as this is going to be an 8-meter attempt for Emily Kawili. And she shoots and she scores. It's 8-6 now for Emily Kawili. Another goal cuts the lead to 2 now.
Scored by number 7, Emily Kawili. That goal, a free position goal time.
So that goal was a free position goal. Second one of the day for the Cardinals. First one was scored by Procaro, who has 3 out of the 6 goals scored by the Cardinals today. And that's picked up by Procaro, securing the draw for the Cardinals. Last time she did this, she finished off with a goal. She makes a nice juke move and she scores! From her right side, finishing it off on the left. Past the goalkeeper, Samantha Heb. It's 8-7. Cardinals trail by 1 now. Don't count these ladies out. They were down 13-9 with just with 4.5 minutes left in their last game. Really, with actually 2 minutes remaining, is when the rally started for the Cardinals in their last game. It looks like it's carried into this game, as they were not happy with picking up the loss in Fredonia. The draw. After the violation will be given to Castleton. 2 minutes and 10 seconds left. Just about 2 minutes left in this first half. Cardinals have been picking it up. Looks like they don't want this first half to end. They don't want to take a little 10-minute break, allow their opponents to regroup, think about what just happened. Cardinals want to keep playing. Final 2 minutes of the first half. Nice pass by Wood. Wide shot put up by McKenna. It's out of bounds, but it's backed up by Lynn. Aubra Lynn for the Spartans. 90 seconds now remain in this first half. Corcoran playing good defense. Jars the ball loose, but scooped back up by McKenna. Nice stick check by Corcoran. Here's Wood. She has a couple goals scored today, defended by Barber. Spins to her left, goes back to her right. Gets the pass off. As that shot was put up by Aaron Shuttle, it was wide once again in the same place where the last shot was put up, but it's recovered by the Spartans. So here's DeRoja. The ball's knocked loose, and she puts up a shot, and it's saved by the goalkeeper. Looks like number 8, Megan Crum, put up that shot, as that's advanced by Cassidy, getting it to Percaro as she leads with a horizontal stick. And she draws a whistle. And she scores! Wow, we're tied up. 29.3 seconds left. Percaro is on a mission. There was a whistle, but maybe just after the fact, or just after Percaro put up a shot, as there was a brief pause before the realization of that goal. Frankie Percaro evens things up here. 29.3 seconds left on the Cardinals' 22nd shot of the afternoon. It's 8-8. The Cardinals have come all the way back. 5 unanswered goals now. So the draw is won by the Spartans. The final 20 seconds. So DeRoja looking for space. She gets bumped and she takes a tumble, drawing the whistle with 9.8 seconds left. So this might be an 8-meter attempt and a booking. And that's Percaro receiving the card, which might carry into the second half. So that's not good for the Cardinals, their leading goal scorer this afternoon and in general. And that's going to be saved by Cassidy. As this offense has rubbed off on the defense, Cassidy with back-to-back saves. And we are through the first half here at the Fieldhouse Complex at Plattsburgh State. The Cardinals and the Spartans from Castleton are tied up at 8. We'll take a 10-minute break for half, and then we'll be right back on Go Cardinal Sports. So we're back here awaiting the start of the second half. We've switched sides, and it seems like we've also switched momentum. So the Cardinals finished that first half. I mean, you couldn't have asked for a better result. They went on 5 unanswered goals, and they come up with the loose ball after the draw. That's Corcoran picking up the whistle. So in the second half, we'll have a better vantage point of our offense that has been tearing it up. And not to discredit our defense either. They've been shutting down the Spartans in those final 8 or 9 minutes of the first half. Here's Corcoran making a move. She jukes, and she puts it past the goalkeeper. Carrie Corcoran, just like that. Up by 1. Their first lead since it was 2-1 early in the first half. They started the game up 1-0. The Spartans tied it. Then the Cardinals drew blood again, made it 2-1 until Castleton went on a scoring streak. And that goal was actually, they were down a woman. Frankie Percaro was not on the field. Remember, she picked up that booking just with 10 seconds left in the first half. So that goal is even more impressive just by the fact that they, 1, were down a woman, and 2, they were down without one of their best goal scorers on the team, Frankie Percaro. So Carrie Corcoran takes charge. There's still 1 minute and 18 seconds left in the booking, so the Cardinals will be down a woman for the next 78 seconds. And we have a violation at midfield after the draw, so Castleton will be given possession for the first time in the second half today. So the Cardinals back in front. It's 9-8. It's been an impressive past 12 minutes or so. And that's going to be a save by Cassidy on the other end, as she scoops it up in her mitt, sends it down to her left, but might have handcuffed her teammate on the sideline as that ball got by, can't tell who, but it got by a Cardinal and out of bounds, so that's a turnover. Castleton retains possession. And that's going to be a goal scored, so we're back to 9-9 after that possession held by the Spartans, as Frankie Percaro will make her way back onto the field with there being 15 seconds left in her penalty or in her booking. But with the goal, that nullifies the woman up opportunity. So back to even strength with 28-24 left in the second half. It's a brand new ball game, 9-9. Coming off of Castleton's 17th shot put up today. They've scored 9 times. The Cardinals have put up 23 shots and have scored 9 times. So that's Wood picking up the loose ball after the draw, securing it for Castleton as she might have been tripped from behind. That looked like it kind of hurt, as that turf is very unforgiving. So they'll resume possession. Just outside, or just inside their offensive side of the field. Here's McKenna. Erin McKenna sends it to her left. That's Wood. And that's going to be a goal scored. So Castleton's back in front. It's 10-9. So that goal was scored by number 8, Megan Crum, on the other side of the field. So it's 10-9. Castleton retakes the lead. Far from over this game. 27-38 left in the final half. Played 2 30-minute halves in women's lacrosse. We're at the draw. And that's Frankie Percaro coming down with the loose ball, securing the draw. Let's see what she can do. She has a lot of room. And that's through the wickets of the goalkeeper, almost past the goal line, but instead picked up. And this ground ball is going to be scooped up just inside their offensive part of the zone. That's Carrie Corcoran. And that's nearly knocked. It was knocked out of her stick by Lynn. The attack on the other side of the field. But here's Tanner as the sun is setting here in Plattsburgh. Nice pass by Tanner to find Percaro. She puts up a tough shot again, almost through the wickets of the goalkeeper, Heb. But that's another save for the junior in goal for Castleton. That's her 12th save, second in back-to-back possessions. Here's a pass in the direction of Aubra Lynn, and that's going to be saved by the goalkeeper on the other end, Alexa Cassidy. So she picks up her 7th save of the evening. As that was a nice cut by Aubra Lynn. Just couldn't get the shot past the freshman goalkeeper for the Cardinals. Here's Kowili picking up the ground ball. Trying to advance it forward to Corcoran. She connects. She has a lot of room in front of her. The two defenders are going to close in. Instead, the goalkeeper comes out for some reason, and she gets up a goal. So Carrie Corcoran takes advantage of the goalkeeper coming forward a little bit out of the crease. I guess she didn't realize that her two defenders were going to close in. So Samantha Hebbs took about 3 or 4 steps out from her normal position to try and cut off the fast break put on by Carrie Corcoran. And Carrie Corcoran smartly puts up a shot as soon as she sees the goalkeeper venture out. So we're evened up here at 10. Corcoran with her 2nd goal of the game. 26th shot of the game for the Cardinals. So they've been running their offense as smoothly as they've been able to all year, it seems. Especially in the first half, in the final 12 or 13 minutes of that first half. Even in the beginning, you could see the Cardinals. There's been progress. And here's Wiley running full head of steam behind the crease. But the Cardinals have been connecting on their passes. They've been running their plays more smoothly than in the past. Kowili to her left. That's knocked away out of the stick of Caitlin McLaughlin. Racing after it is McLaughlin and Vangus. We have a whistle. And that's going to be in favor of the Cardinals. So Vangus will collect the loose ball and resume play for the Cardinals. Sends it over to McLaughlin. Looking for Tanner behind the crease on the left side. Over to Kowili. She's been a catalyst in this game. She's going to turn the corner, puts up a shot, and it goes through. It rattled around. Looked like it hit the post. But it bounced in a favorable direction for the Cardinals as they're back in front. It's 11-10. And the lights have turned on here. So this game is officially under the lights. That's Emily Kowili's 23rd goal of the season. And it's just like I was saying, she's been a catalyst in this game, along with Frankie Percaro leading the offense for the Cardinals, putting them up in front yet again. It's 11-10. So Castleton comes away with the draw here. That's Wood working her way, makes a spin move to her left, sends it back out as the Spartans will swing it around. Here's Wood trying to make a move, sends it in front of the net. The pass is deflected, but it's scooped up by a Spartan behind the crease. Looks like that's number 7, Morgan DeRoja, who's been strong so far for the Spartans, picking up some goals. Here she is looking for a cutting opponent, but instead she puts up a tough pass for her teammate to handle, and it's scooped up by the Cardinals. Here's McLaughlin on the left side. She has a lot of room. They have numbers too. She cuts back to her left. She's going to make a spin move at the circle. Brings it back out. Sends it to Vangus as she's going to try and make a move. As she crosses sides with Coilly on the right side now. Gets bumped away just outside the diamond. Back to Coilly, where McLaughlin is as well. Here's Coilly looking to turn the corner again, but it's saved by the goalkeeper, Heb, this time, who ventures out after the deflection to scoop up the ground ball and advance it forward for the Spartans. Nice move by Wood on the other end. Sending it to her left to DeRoja. The pass is mishandled, fortunately for the Cardinals, right in front of the net, as their defense is all over it. But they retain possession, the Spartans do, as they'll swing it back out with 60 on the possession clock. 22 minutes and 15 seconds left in the second half. We're in the second half. Cardinals with a 1-goal advantage. Smothering defense there, but not to the likes of, or it is to the likes of the referee. Or is it? Yes, the Cardinals will come away with possession after the forced turnover on the violation. Up ahead to Katie Durfee, as she's going to clear it for the Cardinals. She has room. She's in the diamond. She sees some opening, gets the ball knocked away, and it's scooped up by Erin McKenna. But it's taken back by Durfee. That's why you never give up on a play, as she draws the whistle after scooping up the ground ball, after committing a turnover, but forcing one seconds later. So here is Durfee, who was in the starting lineup, but hasn't seen a lot of action. Here's Vangus, gets pushed off the line. Looking for Durfee, and she misfires on the pass. Durfee would have had a wide open opportunity with none other but the goalkeeper in front, who misfires this pass, scooped up by Wood at midfield as she advances forward with it, with 4 white jerseys in front of her and only 3 of her own. So the Cardinals have been playing good transition defense after a turnover, and as well as good transition offense after forcing turnovers to catch their opponents sleeping. Here's Kristen Kruk to her left, to DeRoja, back to Kruk. Now to the right side, the pass gets underneath the stick of Wood, but tracked down just before going out of bounds, as she sends it to her teammate, who mishandles the ball for a moment, rather. And it's back to Wood with 40 on the possession clock. And that pass is too high. And that's going to be scooped up by the Cardinals. And that's going to be a whistle. So that looks like number 11 there, Claire Wiley, who scooped up the loose ball after the turnover. Over to Vangus. Here's Vangus with a lot of room as she gets hit on her route toward the goal, as that's going to be a violation against Castleton. Here's Vangus working it to her left. Nice pass, but it's picked off. Staying with it is Vangus, who might have done a little bit too much. Commits the violation, and the turnover will be given to Castleton. That's Wood running with it, side by side with Vangus, pushes it forward to number 8, that's Megan Crum. And the ball gets loose, scooped up by the Cardinal defense. Looks like Slavensky running with it. Looking for a teammate in white, as she's still running with it. That's Megan Slavensky, the freshman from Garden City, New York. Looking for Kowili, cutting toward the crease. The ball's up in the air, but as number 11, Kristen Kruk, coming down with it and drawing the foul. So it looks like actually Castleton has been down a woman. That was number 4, Erin McKenna, who's sitting out for the penalty, or for the booking rather. There's still 45 seconds left on that booking. So the Cardinals are up a woman here. Castleton down a woman. And finished off on the other end. Down a woman. No harm, no foul though. Castleton evens this game up. And that's Aaron Shuttle picking up the goal. Unassisted and a woman down. So we're tied up at 11 with 18:44 left. It's been quite the competitive affair here under the lights at the Fieldhouse Complex on Go Cardinal Sports. I'm Ezra Kachaturian. Behind the camera, as usual, is Nick Puzo. As it's been a beautiful evening here between the Plattsburgh State Cardinals and the visiting Castleton Spartans. So after the game-tying goal, just under 19 minutes left, Cardinals look to regain the lead. It's been a seesaw game since halftime, where the Cardinals went into halftime scoring 5 unanswered and then started the second half. Here's Corcoran after the spin move. The Cardinals actually scored 6 goals unanswered after the first one of the second half was scored by Corcoran. But since then, it's been back and forth. So here's Corcoran at the 8-meter free position shot. With a woman up opportunity, still 15 or 16 seconds left. She puts up the sidewinder without taking a step, and she scores. Cardinals back in front. It's 12-11. Carrie Corcoran has been instrumental so far. That's her 7th of the season. Carrie Corcoran, the sophomore from Rockville, Maryland. 18:25 left in the second half. After the draw, looking to be secured, too aggressive on the Cardinals' end. So Castleton will end up with possession. Castleton has played 1 overtime game so far this year, and that was their first game of the season. That was an 8-7 victory over Mount St. Mary. Other than that, their games have been pretty wide open, except for their loss against Southern Maine, which was 13-12, and their loss against Western Connecticut, which was 14-10. Other than that, the rest of their games have been pretty wide open, whether it's a win or a loss. And for the Cardinals, this is exactly how you want to be playing at this point in the season. It's not about how you start, it's how you finish. And the way you finish a season is instrumental in how you begin the next season, especially in the opening season here for the Cardinals women's lacrosse program under first-year head coach Julia Decker. She has coaching experience in the past, though. She's been with Brockport. Where she went to school, actually. She graduated in 08. And also, she has experience in the D2 women's lacrosse. So, accepting the job here in Plattsburgh to be the helm and the groundbreaker for this program. And that's a goal scored on the other end off of an 8-meter attempt. A free position shot is scored by number 4, Erin McKenna. So Erin McKenna has been scoring goals despite being a defender. And that's going to be a timeout called on the field with 17-16 left. We're tied up at 12. We'll be right back. So we're back after the timeout. The sun has somewhat set to our left as it's just about ducking below the trees. The wind is picking up here. The lights are on. And it's a tie game, 12-12. Couldn't have asked for a more entertaining game here under the lights for the Cardinals. Entertaining on both ends, too, offensively and defensively, as their defense in the second half has allowed 4 goals, but their offense has kept up. They've also scored 4 in this second half. They were tied 8-8, the Spartans and the Cardinals at half, after 5 unanswered goals to finish the first half by the Cardinals. To even things up, it was 8-3 at one point. Castleton in Castleton's favor. But 6 unanswered goals by the Cardinals made it 9-8, and we've been going back and forth ever since. 9-9, 10-9, 10-10, 11-10, and now it's 13-12. Castleton retaking the lead. And that's scored by number 7, Morgan DeRosia, as she's been active this game. Aaron Shuttle with the assist. So with 16 minutes, 33 seconds left, the Cardinals find themselves trailing by 1. As we're back at the midfield, where Kerry Corcoran is awaiting the draw for the Cardinals. Up in the air. Corcoran secures her own draw. Switches to her left. Nice move. As she has a lot of room. She might look to dish it off, though. She still has it behind the crease. shovel pass to Coilly, looking to set things up for the Cardinals. Both have been very important so far for the Cardinals. Corcoran and Coilly, nice juke, but it's deflected by the goalkeeper, Heb. McLaughlin, and she scores! With the jump shot from behind the crease on the right side, just outside the crease. Caitlin McLaughlin ties this game right back up at 13. 32 seconds later, after Castleton retook the lead. That's her 9th of the season. Unassisted for McLaughlin. So on their 30th shot of the evening, the Cardinals find the back of the net, and that was a pretty goal. A jump shot from her right, finishing on the left side of the goalkeeper, Samantha Heb. That's not an easy thing to do when your body's taking you one way and you are in midair shooting from one side of your body to the other. So that's good athleticism shown by Caitlin McLaughlin. Cardinals tied up 13-13. We have a whistle on the other side of the field against Plattsburgh. And that's a save on the other end by Cassidy after the shot was put up after the whistle. So that's her 8th save of the evening. Coming in a timely manner, as it looks like Wiley is bothered, and it's taken away by Lynn, Aubra Lynn. Taking it for Castleton, puts up a tough pass at the ankles of her teammate. But it's scooped back up. Castleton with possession. Cardinals on D, looking to stop this possession so that they can retake the lead instead of playing catch-up, which they have been playing catch-up until halftime, where they tied it at 8. And here are the Cardinals after the ground ball scoop by Wiley, but there's a whistle. Cardinals, and it looks like Aubra Lynn will jog off, so that might be a booking, and it is. She takes a seat, so the Cardinals will be up a woman here. 14:07 left in the second half. Cardinals will definitely look to capitalize on this 2-minute booking against Castleton. Spinning is Wiley, but it's taken away by number 6, Erin Shuttle, as she was there with Morgan DeRosia to kind of sandwich Wiley into forfeiting possession. We have a violation on the other side of the field, as the sun is completely vanished now, at least on the field. The only shadows being cast on the field are from the lights above, the field lights. So we have another whistle here, as Castleton presumably will probably look to run out their booking, their penalty, as they're down a woman now with 1 minute left in their penalty. There's 13 minutes left in the second half. 34 on the possession clock, though. Only so much time they can run out before having to forfeit the possession or put up a shot, as this is taken away by the Cardinals. Ground ball scooped up by Corcoran, as she takes it past midfield. She's weaving. Puts up a pass to Kowili. She's smothered, still has it though, and it's saved by Heb. In front of the goal, scooped up by Vangus, put up a tough shot, but it's backed up by McLaughlin. That was quite an impressive sequence by Corcoran to Kowili, even to secure the pass. It was a tough opportunity. Tanner to Wiley. That ball got through, and she scored. For a moment, I thought the referee was going to wave it off, but instead, that's number 6, Reese Wiley, converting for the Cardinals, putting them back on top, 14-13. So we're back to even strength now after the goal scored on the offensive end for the Cardinals. That's Reese Wiley's. Assisted by Sammy Tanner. Freshman to freshman. As you can definitely tell that the Cardinals are feeling a lot better on the field. As they've been connecting on their passes, they're energized. They have more energy behind them to really propel them forward, whether that be on the field or in the locker room. You know, in the first year program, there's a lot of uncertainty that comes around. It might be, you know, a little uncomfortable playing with a bunch of new people in a new program where everything is new. But the Cardinals are flattening out the wrinkles here in this game. It's 14-13, up by 1. You can hear them communicating on defense, and that results in a turnover. Here come the Cardinals. That's Claire Wiley this time. Over to her left to Kowili. Nice pass. And there's a whistle before she puts up a shot. So that'll result in Emily Kowili being given another 8-meter free position opportunity. Looking to double up this lead with 11:15 left in the second half. Here we go. Running forward, she shoots, and it's deflected by the goalkeeper. But we have another whistle, and possession will be given to Castleton with 11 minutes left. So Kowili couldn't convert on the opportunity. Heb passes it forward. It gets away. That's Arlanda Georges. But running forward with it is Morgan DeRoja past midfield for the Spartans. To her right. Now down low, but it's knocked away. Good defense. Another whistle. It's almost each possession, there's always at least 1 or 2 whistles. Never a clean possession without the referees getting involved. And that's going to be a shot put up and scored. So we're back to 14 all. Tie game. 10:33 left in the second half. Scored by number 4, Erin McKenna. So the defender has been busy on offense today. Well, she's listed as a defender, but who knows if that's where she's playing today. That might be what's happening here. Because I don't see, and yeah, she is on the defensive line, it looks like. It's Georges, number 13. Number 26, Ellie Frischman, and then in the middle is McKenna on the defensive line. So the draw is won by Castleton as they advance it forward. We're tied up at 14. In for an exciting finish here under the lights on Go Cardinal Sports. Between the Cardinals and the visiting Spartans from Castleton. It's been a fun one so far. Here's an opportunity for the Castleton Spartans, and they convert. Took advantage of their being scored by this one's by number 6, Aaron Shuttle. She took advantage of there not being a Cardinal defender in front. Megan Wood with the assist. And with 10 minutes left, Castleton retakes the lead. So they've scored 2 unanswered now to take the lead after the Cardinals scored 2 unanswered. Castleton was up 13-12. Cardinals made it 14-13. And now it's 15-14, Castleton in front. The draw up in the air. Nice closeout by Procaro, who gives the Cardinals possession. She's been quiet here in the second half after leading the way for the Cardinals in the first, scoring 3 of the 6 and then 1 more before halftime. But hasn't been too busy here in the second half. Here's Kawili. She's been busy. The shot is deflected, but right into the stick of Tanner, who tries to get one of her own. But it's again saved by the goalkeeper, along with Georges, who was there on defense for the Spartans, who's running around with it. Or rather, that was Heb, who overthrows her opponent into Wiley. She has a free chance at the goal, and she might have gotten deflected by the goalkeeper. For a second, I thought Georges had that ball on defense, but it was Samantha Heb with it as she overthrew her teammate right into the stick of Wiley, who then went full charge down the lane but couldn't convert the goal. So we have a whistle here, a reset on the possession clock. Sammy Tanner with the ball for the Cardinals. Looking to start something off. Down by 1. Over to Kawili. Switches. Goes back to her right. Looking to connect the pass to Corcoran. Instead, it bounces, deflects right back into Kawili's vicinity. She scoops it back up. Over to Tanner. And, oh, it was almost an alley-oop as Reese Wiley was cutting toward the goal, cutting toward the net. But this time it's finished off by Procaro. And there she is. Speak of the devil. She comes in for the Cardinals and ties this game up as she gives us the river dance, her traditional dance that she does once this song comes on for the Cardinals every time they score, but this time without the stick in hand, as she ties things up at 15. But as I was saying, right before that, Reese Wiley was charging down toward the net, received a pass in midair, and in one motion tried to get a bouncer through the goalkeeper, and it deflected away. Procaro scoops it up and finishes off the play. Tied at 15, 8 minutes and 1 second left in the second half. So the draw is secured by DeRoja of Castleton. Advances it to Wood. Changes route. Sends it back out. And And that pass gets away momentarily. Over to Lynn. We're at even strength. Aubrey Lynn was sitting out until that goal was scored. Rather, a little bit before then, because it was only a 2-minute booking. And that's going to be a deflection. Might have gotten past, actually, instead of making contact with the goalkeeper. So 20 seconds on the possession clock. Here's Lynn, or rather, McKenna. Nice defense by the Cardinals as that shot hits the crossbar. So that'll give Castleton a fresh 90. So 6:15 left in this second half. We're all tied up at 15. The Cardinals' season high of goals scored this year is 17, and that came in their victory against Sage Colleges way back on March the 9th. Their second most that they've scored this year was in their previous game, along with their game against Mount St. Vincent being 12 goals. So now 15 is their second most scored on the season with 5.5 minutes remaining in this game. So a lot more game left to score some more. Maybe retake the lead, pad on to the lead, and put this game out of reach. But both teams wanted as much as each other. Castleton 5-9. We have a free position opportunity here, and it's saved by the goalkeeper. That's Alexa Cassidy with another save off the 8-meter attempt put up by Castleton. Here's Slavensky. Passing it to Tanner. Looking for Corcoran. Charging the lane. She's going to put up a sidewinder. It's off the face mask of Heb, but there's a whistle in the meantime. And that's going to be an 8-meter attempt for Carrie Corcoran. She scored one earlier from this opportunity. She does the same as before, but this time right into the net of Samantha Heb. So back-to-back saves by the goalkeepers off of 8-meter freestanding shots on either side of the field. So we have a whistle here, 4:40 left in the second half. Time's winding down. We're late in the second half. Here's Wood looking to advance it for Castleton. As she does, into the unit. Looking to make something happen for the Spartans. Cardinals trying to put an end to this possession so they can come back downfield. That's McKenna, and it's scooped up by the Cardinals. Their defense on that side of the field today has been smothering. And that's going to be a timeout called by head coach Julia Decker of the Cardinals with 3:57 left in regulation. We'll be right back. And we're back after the timeout called by the Cardinals. Here's Frankie Porcaro running straight on, but cut off by two jerseys in green. She makes a spin. She's still chugging forward. And that's going to be a turnover. So pardon me for being a little unfamiliar with the hand signals put up by those referees, but apparently that signals whatever Porcaro just did on offense to result in a possession change. And as they say in basketball, if you don't like a call that goes against you but something happens in your favor right after, that's when the ball don't lie. So here's the Cardinals. That's Wiley with a full, and she's cut off right before I was going to say she had a full range right in front of her. But there's a whistle. Looks like the same hand signals as before, but in favor of the Cardinals here. 3:08. That's Claire Wiley, who will be given the 8-meter attempt. Here it comes. She gets bumped, but she scores. Claire Wiley puts the Cardinals back on top. It's 16-15 on their 41st shot of the evening. That's 12 more than the visitors of Castleton, who have put up 29, but just one less goal than the Cardinals, as that should demonstrate the direction that this game has been going in for the Cardinals. They've been controlling it on offense. They've been instrumental on defense. So with 3 minutes, 5 seconds left, as we approach 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time here in Plattsburgh, Cardinals with a 1-goal lead. As that draw is given to the Cardinals after the violation. So Reese Wiley was right there at the X, rather at the midpoint, not the X, because there's no face-off. There was a draw, and that was won by the Cardinals. So under 3 minutes left now. Here's McLaughlin, as they're going to probably try and kill as much time, but like they say in these types of moments, just keep on keeping on. Don't hold back, because that might come back to bite you if you run down the clock in hopes that it'll give your opponent less time to score. Well, it could also very well do the same for you if your defense fails on the other end. It might not allow your offense enough time to recover. Here's Coilly trying to turn the corner to her left. Over to Porcaro. And that's going to be a violation. So Porcaro will be given a free position shot with 2 minutes and 4 seconds left. This is huge. Here goes, and she scores! Frankie Porcaro adds to the lead at 17-15. 2:02 left in the second half. Back-to-back goals for the Cardinals extends the lead, and that's going to cause head coach Allison Barabalt to call a timeout for Castleton. 17-15. We'll be right back. So after the goal scored by Frankie Percaro to make this 17-15, with 2 minutes and 2 seconds left, we're back at center field awaiting the draw. This could be a big, big turning point if the Cardinals can come away with this draw. Up in the air. Corcoran. And that's Wiley. Reese Wiley scooping up the ground ball. Big ground ball for the freshman as she advances it into the offensive zone for the Cardinals. Under 2 minutes remaining now. Sends it to her right over to Coilly. 72 on the possession clock. They could run this down to under a minute. Over to Tanner on the left side. 90 seconds remaining in regulation. Coilly on the right side. Goes back to her left. Switches to her right. Going to her left again. She pulls it back out. There's 48 seconds on the possession clock. The pass gets by Percaro, but scooping back the ground ball is Percaro, sending it over to McLaughlin now. Down below to Tanner. Over to Corcoran. That's a dangerous pass. It looked like it was almost going to be picked off by McKenna, but Corcoran is there. Spinning to her right. Faked the shot. She spins again, draws contact, comes up with the loose ball somehow. All in one motion. There's 17 on the possession clock. That's Tanner. We're 40 seconds away, and that's Vangus looking to put the nail in the coffin with that one. But Coilly is backing it up for the Cardinals as she sent the pass intended for Corcoran, and that's going to be out of bounds. The possession clock ran out anyway, so there's 25.8 seconds left in regulation. Castleton has to score 2 times in that time frame to force overtime, which by my estimates might be unlikely, but here are the Cardinals on defense, causing the ball to jar loose, and now an errant pass is scooped up by Castleton. Final 5 seconds. We are finished. The Cardinals outlast Castleton in a seesaw affair. It's 17-15 final score as all the jerseys in white pick up their first home victory of their campaign this season. Their first home victory in program history. That's got to feel nice for the Cardinals coming against this non-conference opponent. Coming up, they'll be playing against Buffalo State on Saturday. That's at 1 p.m. So thanks for joining us tonight on your Monday evening. Once again, final score, Cardinals 17, Spartans 15. Thanks for watching.